Okay, so method number 2, titration, is used to prepare the type of salts that are made of reactive metals. Initially, method 1 that I've just explained you, it is used to prepare salt of moderately reactive metals like that of magnesium, aluminum, zinc, iron and tin. Whereas method number 2 is used specifically for those metals that are highly reactive with acid. We cannot use acid directly with these metals to prepare salt. Can you give me any example of the salt that can be prepared using titration method?
Miss, a salt using titration method.
Which type of salt we can prepare using titration method in your exam? A specific name that comes in your CI exam. Any clues? No?
I think I have it written, Miss. Give me a second.
Yes, correct. The salt name is sodium chloride, that is very common and it's also known as common salt, sodium chloride. So here you can see that sodium, the metal part of the salt, is highly reactive. It's found in group number 1, and group number 1 salts are formed using this method because the metals inside these salts are highly reactive. Like we can prepare sodium chloride, we can prepare any group 1 salt like lithium, lithium sulfate, La2SO4. We can prepare potassium bromide and then so on. And also in this method we can also form ammonium salts, NH4, NH4NO3, so like ammonium nitrate. And this do come in your CI exams. Ammonium salts also are asked in your paper 2 especially of your CI exams. They ask you to describe and explain the method you would use to prepare a pure and dried sample of any one of these salts, like a pure and dried sample of sodium chloride. Is the question clear?
Miss, can you repeat the question?
Describe and explain. Describe and explain the steps you would use to prepare a fresh and pure sample of a fresh, pure or dried sample of sodium chloride slash lithium sulfate, potassium bromide or ammonium nitrate. Any one of these salts can come. So remember my thing, my technique, that group 1 salts, especially group 1 salts, because they are highly reactive, like sodium chloride, lithium sulfate, potassium bromide, ammonium nitrate, ammonium sulfate, sodium iodide and so on. Any one salt from group number 1 and including ammonium salts, because ammonium also we it's not in group number 1, but we always include it inside group number 1 because all the properties of ammonium salts are similar to that of group number 1. Okay, and ammonium salts are soluble as well. So titration technique is used to prepare salts of these metals, because in this technique, first of all, a soluble salt is formed. The salt that is formed is soluble in water. Okay, and the reactants that are going to be used would also be water soluble. So soluble, okay, so the salt that is prepared is soluble. First of all, it is water soluble. This is how you can identify the technique from the other ones. You can differentiate the salt and this technique from the other ones. In this technique, the salts are soluble and the reagents that we are going to use are also water soluble, and nothing would be left inside the container, inside the conical flask or beaker if we are going to mix these reagents. Everything would be soluble in nature. So this technique is used for soluble salts of group 1. Okay.